Important game.
Yeah, definitely. Hurls missed last week and probably cost us a bit down forward with a bit of movement and a bit of competitiveness down forward. So he'll be back this week and that'll be good for the side.
How big a game is it for you guys to turn around after last week?
I guess it's just a massive week for the club in general. It's 140 years of the Essendon Football Club, so it's a great tradition and history, and it's a big build up for the fans off the field and also for the players. Our form probably over the last month hasn't reflected on wins, but even though we're playing some good footy, but yeah, we've lost 3 out of 4. So on the weekend, it's a big game just to get our season back on track a bit, and it's also a big build up for the fans.
Is it a perfect opportunity given the opposition?
I mean, it's as I said, it's a 140-year anniversary against our first game against Carlton at the MCG, Friday night footy. So yeah, it's a big occasion, and yeah, it's great. It's great to have a game against Carlton where over the last couple of years they've sort of they've had the wood on us over the last couple of years and beaten us in some pretty big games. So hopefully on Friday night we can rectify that.
The last couple of years you've sort of fallen away middle of the year. How confident are you guys that isn't happening at this point in time?
I mean we're confident it's not happening. We're training very well on the track, and as I said, over the last month our actual performances hasn't really reflected the scoreboard. We're not being efficient in the way we play football, and the stuff that's happened over the last couple of years where we've faded away, that's not anywhere around. I think we've got maybe one guy on the injury list at the moment. It's totally opposite to what it was last year and the year before. So we're confident all our training that we're doing and the way we're playing isn't reflective on the last couple of years.
How's Dempsey feeling? Told he had a contorted lung?
I think Dempsey's getting more scans today just to get another view on his injury, but I think he's still a chance to play this week. He was at the club yesterday. He had the drive home from Sydney on Sunday, and he was at the club yesterday, and he's here again this morning. He'll just see what the scans say, and hopefully he plays this week. He's massive for us off half back.
He's pretty tough, obviously. That looked like a nasty clash.
Yeah, it was. I was the one that kicked it to him, so I sort of put him under the bus there. But it was a big hit for us. I mean, that was great from Courtney just to back in a contest. You want to see your players go when they have to with the footy, and that was very courageous for the footy side. So hopefully he does get up and play.
In those 3 losses, you've actually won the inside 50 counts. Do you think the forward line's functioning as well as it could be? Yeah,
that's what I said before about our efficiency, the way we're playing. I think it's a combination of forward 50 entries, also the forward 50 movement, the forwards as a whole group, and I guess that's what we've got to practice on training today, and we have been last week, where we just got to get more efficient. We're winning the inside 50 entries, we're winning time in forward half, and they're the stats you want to win, but then you also want to be efficient and kick goals and reward your team's work up the field. So we've got to work on that and work on scoring, as I said, more efficiently, because we haven't done that in the last 3 weeks.
Matty Lloyd on the weekend said it looked like to him it was dysfunctional. Does it feel like that out there when you look up and you don't really know where you're kicking to or who you're kicking to?
I wouldn't say dysfunctional. On the weekend, it's a wet game. It's not really the day for tools. It was raining the whole game, and we sort of have to gain yardage on wet days. And probably as a midfield group kicking into the forward line, that's probably where it's letting ourselves down. Where the forward line group's not dysfunctional. It's just we've got to tweak a few things where the forwards probably got to move a bit more together and not all running to the one spot, so we can just have different dimensions going to the forward line where teams don't really know what we're doing.
The word belief was used a lot earlier this year. When you go on a run like you have, do you lose a bit of that?
No, I don't reckon you lose belief. The run we have, as I said, we know we're playing good footy. We're actually we're winning a lot of the stats in footy. It's just we've got to be more efficient. We haven't lost belief in anything. We're training well on the track. We know that the way we train is going to be reflective of on the weekend, and the last couple of weeks it's been great. And even in the first half against Sydney, we come out and played pretty good footy. It was just sort of in the second half they got on top of us, and as a great side they are, they end up beating us around the ball in the second half. So I wouldn't say belief's an issue.
Joe Danaher, do you want to see him play?
I want to see Big Joe play, as everyone probably at this footy club does. He's doing everything right in the twos. He's kicking goals every week. He's training hard on the track. He's beating defenders on the track at training. He's doing everything he possibly can to get a game. So that's all we can ask. And there's just a lot of guys down there at the moment, a lot of tools that probably give the coaches a bit of headaches come match selection meetings. And he just hasn't got an opportunity yet, and hopefully he does some stage this year.
What do you make of the Blues under Malthouse?
I mean, they're a great side. They've won, I think, 6 out of the last 7 games. So they're going to be a tough opposition this week. They've got such great attacking ability, but also their forward pressure this year under Mick Moldhouse has become a lot better. And hopefully this week on Friday night we can sort of negate that and work our way through it at the MCG. And it's going to be a tough game. Friday night footy, it's a big stage.
Betts will come in. You'll have to deal with Betts, Yaron and Garlett all down there in the forward line. Are you confident that you've got enough small defenders to deal with those three? Yeah,
I'm confident. I'll back in my small defenders or our small defenders against any sort of small forwards of the competition. They're obviously great three players for them, and they feed off sort of the taller guys they've got down there. So they're obviously three hard players you got to try and beat, because as I said, their full pressure this year has been amazing, and it's sort of been those three players are the ones that have been doing it. So hopefully we can sort of negate that and work the ball out of our back 50.
Who would come in if Dempsey missed in that sort of position?
We've got Cole Hardingham who's playing great in the twos. He's had a couple of games this year in the ones, and he's probably the main guy that could probably come in and fill that role off half back. He can run with the footy, and also he can play on a tall, he can play on a small. So he's probably one guy, if Dempsey misses it, he could come back in.
You personally, how much are you enjoying this year, given how much you missed last year?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It was probably this time last year I got injured, so I was enjoying it as much as I was this time last year, and then all of a sudden, 10 weeks of footy you miss, and it can just happen like that. So this year I'm a lot more management with my body. As soon as you saw, you sort of pull out of training or that kind of thing. So enjoying it a lot more this year, and hopefully it can continue.
And how's the scar going?
Oh, I don't know. How do you reckon it is? It's all right. It's slowly faded. It's got a little lump in it that Bruce Reid, the doctor, he didn't really do a great job about it, and I've sort of been giving it to him. So, but no, it will eventually fade, so it's all right.
Have you got any more nicknames? Any new nicknames or anything?
Nah, no more nicknames. I'm not letting him have any nicknames on me. So, it's going all right.
Just one last one. Do you tend to lift for the game against the Blues? Because the last few have tended to be really physical contests. I remember the first one last year, I think, that early hit on Karato really lifted the crowd.
Yeah, they're big games against Carlton and Collingwood, both our arch rivals, anytime we play them, and especially probably this week with the 140-year anniversary, it's going to be even a bigger build-up to the game, especially from the fans' point of view. And we just love playing against Carlton and love playing against Collingwood, our arch rivals. So hopefully this week's no exception. It's Friday night football, the big stage against Carlton, so hopefully we can stand up to the challenge.